Hey guys, today I'm going to be starting a new game called The Park, and it's a little loud. Hold on. Turn it down just a little bit. There we go. This is a game. I think it's a fairly short game. I did start it just to test my settings and things, so I didn't actually play much of it. Just I literally did the very first beginning part, and then I quit. So we're going to start a new game, and this is supposed to be kind of a horror game. Psychological game. I'm not in the dark, but I am wearing headphones. And it does. They do give some flashing graphics and stuff. So if that does affect you, then just be aware that it does have flashing audio or video. So if that makes you prone to seizures, you may not want to watch this. The graphics look really cool. I like scary games where you don't die constantly. Games where you die constantly, where I have to keep going back and doing stuff, drive me crazy. So,
in my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
that's some interesting pants.
Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Okay. So I'm going to abandon my child in this car. I can't run. I can just look around and walk. That's it. And I'm not going to walk way over there because I don't think I need to. Park gate.
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park.
Atlantic Island Park.
Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
May 1977. It doesn't look like I can get in. They're all locked. No, can't get in. If there's a dude standing there here. Nope, he was sitting, now he's standing.
What?
Too many corn dogs.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Now, how did he get in the park if the gate was locked?
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum!
Over here!
It's kind of cool. He's kind of creepy looking. There's an actor that looks like that. I can't think of what his name is. Yeah, kind of creepy looking. Sorry if that was modeled after a real person. It's kind of creepy.
Callum, where are you going? There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave
Attention
either.
employees. The park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
I think they have an electrical problem. Ooh. Okay.
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
this doesn't look like a new park.
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
Looks like it's falling apart.
Callum!
You can't catch me.
There he goes.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Oop. There's a guy walking up there. Look, see him? Right above that face. Okay. That's nice. I like that you can toggle run by clicking hitting the shift key, and then you hit it again and it quits running.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Over here.
I don't see you.
Wait, Callum!
Over here.
I think this belongs to Callum.
Oh, he lost his shoe.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk works in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry and likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. That's nice.
Come back.
There's a clue.
Catch me, Mommy.
What's this?
Purchase the land for a pittance. While ours ran everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but this soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did tremble terrible dark things. Boy, that's really small writing. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. Atlantic, that's what he wanted to do. And 9 is perfect. The name is perfect. Can't imagine it being anything. Yes, this is okay. Anyway.
Wait for Mommy!
Did you go to the bathroom?
Come on, Mommy.
Can't go to the bathroom.
Callum? Where'd you go?
Come on, this way.
I don't see where he's saying this way, so.
Callum!
This way, Mommy.
Sounds like he's in front of me. I don't actually see him. It's creepy. Okay, now I'm near the Tunnel of Tails. I started at there. I walked all over the Tunnel of Tails.
Callum, stay where you
There's a boat.
are.
It's over here.
Come on, Mommy.
It's like trash bags. Do I have to get in this boat? I don't know that I want to go to the dark. I don't know if I want to go through the tunnel. I guess I have to, but I don't want to. Dead duck.
Come out, sweetie.
Decent graphics.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? the woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there.
Lovely mother.
No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all four starve, you fool.
Callum, where did you go?
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
Yeah, that mom's really nice.
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed.
Yeah, not a good trail maker.
Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
You know, they're just getting my confidence up so someone can jump at it and scare the crap out of me.
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who's nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house,
Yeah, it won't let me look
the old
behind me.
woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage.
In real life,
and
I'd be
put
looking
Gretel
behind me
to
at some
work,
bump.
sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven.
Huh.
But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. and she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven.
Looks awfully bright outside to be dark.
Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
It's a lovely story.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate
That's
her.
disgusting. I don't think that's how that story ends. I don't remember that. Don't remember that ending at all. Oop, hey, oop, hey, duck. What are you doing, duck? Swan, whatever you are. Yeah, creepy. Yeah, get me off this thing. Get me out of here. That was awful.
Callum, stay where you are.
This way, Mommy.
Ooh, that was creepy in itself.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy. Looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
I feel like they had a rough time. I think I'm gonna go around to this Octoron.
Callum?
Hey, there's a car. The bus. Whatever you want to call it.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum. Another accident. This place.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to open the door. There's a freaking teddy bear. That's creepy. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be open on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried the customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduce what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. Fours. Astonishing to think that a renaissance of positive emotion can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in his place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has been for nothing. Yeah, that writing is really teeny tiny. There is like blood or something splattered all over this thing.
Stay where you are.
I don't know where you are, but yeah, just stay where you are so I can catch you. That creepy bear.
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you, rotten kid?
Don't hide from me, Callum.
Hello, Rock.
Callum?
whisper creepy. This way is creepy.
Callum, where did you go?
Quit whispering this way. It's creeping me out. Ooh, that's cool looking. That's beautiful. Looks like a painting.
Come out, sweetie.
Mother Duck said quack, 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 quack.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Okay. Waiting for our turn to ride, Frank, me, and the boys, this fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence waited to go over to him, but I've always been a bit weary of those suits. They give me the creeps. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when he first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportion, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was the hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everyone was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing him with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the knife, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. The last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball, one of those poor kids, had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Oh, that's weird. So, any chipmunks around here, run away. How do you get on this thing? Because you know we're going to have to get on it. It goes pretty fast, though. Can you get on there? Let's decrease the speed. No, let's decrease. Let's stop it. Yeah, let's see if we can ride it. Why not? Why the heck not? Now it makes you wonder who turned it back on. These kind of rides make me nauseous. Anybody in the other cars? Okay, we're going a lot faster. I mean, it kind of nauseous just watching it. I'm all the way down on my legs. Ah! What was that? I almost missed that because I was looking down at my legs. Yep, there's somebody in there. There's somebody in that room. Did you see him? Not there anymore. Let's increase the speed. Or if there's a maximum. It's probably as fast. I've had my fun. I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, that's where I came from. There's a reports there. Let's go through this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, can't go this way because it's out. Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete, I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money, but no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I've had watched, are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I have been swindled. I've gone ahead with what we could in the plans regardless the harvesting machines and the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. It's not like they're rides. It's a creepy ride. Can I turn it down? Nah,
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single traitorous thought.
I saw these little things. I wonder if I can use them. Can't use that one. Can't use that one. What are they called? Microscopes, or no microscopes? Telescopes. Yeah. You would think you'd be able to use one. Oop. Okay. Let's go.
Where are you? Come to mommy, Callum. Callum!
That Ferris wheel looks
Where did
creepy.
you go?
Alright, where am I going? I'm there. I guess I'm going to the... I really don't want to go to the House of Horrors. I guess I'm going to the bumper cars? The Ferris wheels, that's where the bridge is broken. Can I go to the potty?
Callum, where are you?
I guess not.
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Oh, goodness gracious. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping, and most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean Steve, see? Even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's the suit in the beginning, it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, is Chad, the chipmunk. Child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that, but the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was the little things like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. That's a little weird. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park managers about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking in the gutter outside the Sissel station, because he sure as heck can't carve a mean ice sculpture. Well, there you go. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-effing me. whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Chad, Steve, wanted off. My supervisor told him to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Hinman. Oh, hello, Laura. That was creepy. Didn't make me jump though as much as I thought it would.
Callum?
I don't like that shaky screen.
Where are you?
Follow the trail.